So self-transformation, what does that imply? There's two different ways of looking at it. You can say self-transformation or self-realization with a capital S. And it's the same thing, simply looking at it from two different aspects. If you're talking about self-transformation, which is the term I prefer, it means that you are taking this personality, what we normally think of as myself, the average person thinks of myself, and we're transforming it into something else, hopefully something better, something more exalted, something more of a spiritual nature. Self-realization is focusing at a higher level, that of the higher self, the soul. I tend to use the word soul quite a bit, and let me just explain. I know in a lot of the older theosophical literature, they use the word ego or ego, as they at one point decided. And theosophists have struggled with this term for years. It's kind of an unfortunate choice of terms, and the reason for that is because they chose it before Freud decided to use it in a very different way. So they chose to use the word ego to mean the higher nature. Our causal body, that part of our being as an individual which exists on the higher mental plane, and specifically the three subplanes of the mental plane. So that would be the higher mental plane. So they used this word self or ego for a number of years, and then modern psychology started using it in a different way. And so then they decided to pronounce it differently. Well, let's pronounce it ego instead of ego. But then Kellogg's came along with the breakfast product. But it's too confusing, I think. So I prefer to use the word ego simply to mean the personality instead. And whenever I mention the higher self or the soul, that would be your higher nature.